TV soap news and spoilers say that unraveling the secrets of Andre's past in the sprawling, melodramatic tapestry of Beyond the Gates, a soap opera that has captivated audiences with its labyrinthine plotlines and emotionally charged characters, few storylines have sparked as much intrigue as the enigmatic history of Andre Richardson. Known to fans as the charming, free-spirited nephew of Ted and Nicole Richardson, Andre's life is a blend of tragedy, privilege, and artistic passion. Yet, beneath the surface of his seemingly idyllic existence lies a web of secrets that threatens to unravel the very foundations of the Richardson family. Could Andre, the orphaned heir to a vast fortune, be hiding a truth so explosive that it could rewrite his identity? Is there a possibility that Andre is not merely Ted's nephew but, in a shocking twist, his son? Let's dive into the heart of this mystery, exploring the dramatic depths of Andre's past and the tantalizing questions that keep fans on the edge of their seats. Andre's story begins with a tragedy that could have been ripped from the pages of a Greek drama. At the tender age of 10, Andre's world was shattered when his parents, Michael and Elena Richardson, perished in a catastrophic plane crash. The private jet, en route to a luxurious vacation in the Caribbean, plummeted into the Atlantic Ocean under mysterious circumstances. The official reports cited mechanical failure, but whispers of foul play have lingered in the Beyond the Gates fandom, fueling speculation about the true cause of the disaster. The loss left young Andre orphaned, his life forever altered by a single, devastating moment. The Richardsons, a prominent family in the fictional coastal town of Crestview, were no strangers to wealth and influence. Michael, Ted's older brother, was a titan in the world of finance, while Elena hailed from a lineage of European aristocrats whose fortune rivaled that of royalty. Their untimely deaths left Andre as the sole heir to a staggering dual inheritance, an unimaginable sum that transformed the grieving boy into one of the wealthiest young men in Crestview. This fortune, a double-edged sword, granted Andre a life of unparalleled privilege but also cast a long shadow over his identity, as questions about his past began to surface. Ted and Nicole Richardson, themselves pillars of Crestview's elite, stepped in to adopt Andre, raising him as their own. The couple, known for their philanthropy and impeccable social standing, provided Andre with a stable, loving home. Yet, even in the warmth of their sprawling mansion, Andre's heart carried the weight of loss. The tragedy of his parents' death was a wound that never fully healed, its edges frayed by unanswered questions and a lingering sense that something about his story didn't quite add up. As Andre grew into a young man, his inheritance afforded him a life most could only dream of. Mansions, private yachts, and exclusive memberships to Crestview's most elite clubs were at his fingertips. But unlike many who might have succumbed to the temptations of excess, Andre chose a different path. His heart was drawn to the arts, specifically photography, where he found solace and purpose. With a camera in hand, Andre captured the world through a lens of raw emotion, his work reflecting both the beauty and the pain of his own journey. His photographs, often displayed in prestigious galleries across Crestview and beyond, were more than mere images. They were windows into Andre's soul. Vibrant landscapes that whispered of hope, stark portraits that screamed of loss, and abstract compositions that danced with the chaos of his inner world. Critics praised his ability to evoke emotion, with one reviewer calling his work a haunting symphony of light and shadow, a testament to a young man who has seen too much yet dares to dream. For Andre, photography was not just a career but a lifeline, a way to process the grief that lingered like an unwelcome guest. This artistic pursuit set Andre apart from the rest of the Richardson clan, who were more accustomed to boardrooms and charity galas than darkrooms and gallery openings. Ted, a stoic businessman with a penchant for control, often clashed with Andre's free-spirited nature, while Nicole, ever the peacemaker, encouraged her nephew's creativity. To the outside world, Andre's life was one of enviable freedom, a young man with the means to chase his dreams and the talent to make them a reality. But beneath this polished facade, a storm was brewing, one that threatened to expose secrets long buried in the Richardson family. The question that has set Beyond the Gates forums ablaze is one that strikes at the heart of Andre's identity. Could he be Ted's son? The possibility, first hinted at in a cryptic conversation between Nicole and her sister-in-law, Margaret, in Season 3, Episode 12, sent shockwaves through the fandom. Margaret's pointed remark. "You know Ted's always had a way of keeping secrets, even from you," planted the seed of doubt, suggesting that Ted's connection to Andre might be far more intimate than that of a devoted uncle. To explore this theory, we must first examine the timeline of Andre's life and the murky circumstances surrounding his parents' deaths. Michael and Elena's marriage was, by all accounts, a passionate but tumultuous affair. Rumors of infidelity swirled around Michael, whose charm and ambition often led him into dangerous liaisons. Elena, a woman of striking beauty and fierce independence, was no stranger to jealousy, and their relationship was marked by explosive arguments and fleeting reconciliations. Could Ted, Michael's younger brother, have been entangled in this web of passion and betrayal? The theory that Andre might be Ted's son hinges on a pivotal moment in the Richardson family history. A summer spent at their coastal estate, Crestview Manor, 16 years before the plane crash. At the time, Ted was a rising star in the family business, unmarried and known for his roguish charm. Elena, then newly married to Michael, spent long days at the manor, her laughter echoing through the halls as she and Ted shared late-night conversations over glasses of vintage wine. Fans have pointed to a flashback scene in Season 4, where a younger Ted and Elena exchange a lingering glance, their chemistry palpable. Was this a mere flirtation, or did it lead to something more, a forbidden affair that produced Andre? If Andre is indeed Ted's son, the implications are staggering. It would mean that Ted and Nicole, who married shortly after that fateful summer, have been living a lie, raising Andre as their nephew while concealing his true parentage. The plane crash, too, takes on a darker significance. Was it truly an accident, or was it orchestrated to silence Michael and Elena, who might have threatened to reveal the truth? The Beyond the Gates writers have masterfully woven ambiguity into the narrative, leaving fans to piece together clues from scattered flashbacks and cryptic dialogue. To determine whether Andre could be Ted's son, we must sift through the evidence presented in the show. One compelling clue comes from Andre's striking resemblance to Ted. Both share the same piercing green eyes, a detail that has not gone unnoticed by eagle-eyed viewers. In Season 5, Episode 8, a family portrait reveals the uncanny similarity, prompting Nicole to remark, "He's got the Richardson eyes, doesn't he?" Her tone, tinged with unease, suggests she knows more than she's letting on. Another piece of evidence lies in Ted's protectiveness toward Andre, which borders on paternal. Unlike his more distant relationship with his biological children, Claire and Ethan, Ted has always treated Andre with a tenderness that feels almost possessive. In Season 6, when Andre announces his decision to travel to Paris for a photography exhibition, Ted's reaction is one of barely concealed panic. "You can't just leave," he insists, his voice cracking with an emotion that feels too raw for an uncle. Is this the fear of a man who dreads losing the son he's never publicly claimed? Yet, there are contradictions that muddy the waters. Andre's birth certificate, briefly shown in a Season 2 episode, lists Michael and Elena as his parents, with no mention of Ted. Medical records, too, confirm that Elena gave birth to Andre at Crestview General Hospital, with Michael by her side. However, Beyond the Gates is notorious for its plot twists, and documents can be forged. A fact fans know all too well after the Season 4 reveal that Claire's birth certificate was altered to hide her true mother's identity. The plane crash itself remains a point of contention. While the official report points to mechanical failure, a Season 7 subplot introduces a retired investigator, Harold Grayson, who claims to have evidence that the crash was sabotage. His cryptic warning to Andre, "Some secrets are worth killing for," suggests that the truth about his parents' deaths may be tied to the mystery of his parentage. Could Ted, or someone close to him, have orchestrated the crash to protect the secret of Andre's origins? The possibility that Andre is Ted's son raises profound emotional stakes for the Richardson family. For Andre, the revelation would upend his sense of self. He has spent his life grappling with the loss of his parents, building an identity around his art and his independence. To learn that Ted, the man who raised him, is his biological father would force Andre to confront a betrayal that cuts deeper than any he's known. It would also cast his relationship with Nicole in a new light. Has she been complicit in the lie, or is she, too, a victim of Ted's secrecy? For Ted, the truth would expose a vulnerability he spent decades concealing. A man defined by his control and composure, Ted has built an empire on the foundation of his reputation. To admit that Andre is his son would mean acknowledging a moment of weakness, an affair that betrayed his brother and threatened his marriage. The fallout could fracture his relationship with Nicole, who has already weathered her share of betrayals in the cutthroat world of Crestviews elite. Nicole, too, faces a reckoning. Her love for Andre is undeniable, but if she's known the truth all along, her silence makes her complicit in a decades-long deception. If she's unaware, the revelation could shatter her trust in Ted, unraveling the fragile peace they've maintained in their marriage. The ripple effects would extend to Claire and Ethan, who might grapple with feelings of betrayal and resentment toward the brother they've always known as their cousin. As Beyond the Gates builds toward its Season 8 finale, the showrunners have promised a twist that will redefine the Richardson family forever. In a shocking turn of events, a long-lost letter from Elena, discovered in a hidden compartment of her old jewelry box, reveals the truth about Andre's parentage. The letter, written in Elena's elegant script, confesses that she and Ted shared a brief but passionate affair during that fateful summer at Crestview Manor. When she learned she was pregnant, she chose to pass Andre off as Michael's son, fearing the scandal would destroy both families. Michael, unaware of the truth, raised Andre as his own, only to die in the plane crash that Elena now believes was no accident. The letter's discovery, orchestrated by a vengeful Margaret, sets off a chain reaction. Andre, reeling from the revelation, confronts Ted in a dramatic showdown at the Richardson estate. The scene, set against the backdrop of a raging thunderstorm, is a masterclass in emotional intensity. "You let me believe I was alone," Andre cries, his voice breaking as lightning illuminates the tears in his eyes. Ted, for once stripped of his stoic facade, admits the truth, his confession a mixture of guilt and desperate love. "I wanted to protect you," he says, his words barely audible over the howling wind. "You were my son, but I couldn't claim you without losing everything." The surprise doesn't end there. Harold Grayson, the retired investigator, returns with evidence that the plane crash was indeed sabotage, orchestrated by a shadowy figure connected to the Richardson family's business rivals. The revelation suggests that someone knew of Andre's true parentage and sought to eliminate Michael and Elena before the truth could surface. As the season closes, Andre vows to uncover the mastermind behind the crash, setting the stage for a new chapter in his journey. One that will test his resilience, his relationships, and his very identity. Andre's story in Beyond the Gates is a testament to the power of secrets to shape lives and legacies. His journey from orphaned heir to celebrated photographer is one of triumph over adversity, but the revelation of his true parentage threatens to unravel the life he's built. The possibility that Andre is Ted's son, confirmed by Elena's letter, adds a layer of complexity to an already intricate narrative, forcing fans to question everything they thought they knew about the Richardson family. As Andre grapples with his new reality, the show promises to explore the emotional fallout in vivid detail. Will he forgive Ted for the years of deception, or will their relationship fracture beyond repair? Can Nicole salvage her marriage in the face of such a profound betrayal? And who is the mysterious figure behind the plane crash, lurking in the shadows of Crestview's elite? These questions, laced with the drama and intrigue that define Beyond the Gates, ensure that Andre's story will continue to captivate audiences. In the end, Andre's journey is not just about uncovering the truth but about finding a way to live with it. His photography, once a refuge from pain, may become a canvas for healing, a way to capture the beauty in a world marked by loss and betrayal. As the cameras roll on the next season of Beyond the Gates, one thing is certain: Andre's story is far from over, and the secrets of the Richardson family will continue to unfold in ways that shock, surprise, and enthrall. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV soap news and spoilers for more updates on Beyond the Gates.